as the internet, I don't follow the internet. I don't care to, because there's too much negative things on the internet. I'm sure there's positive also, but throughout this whole battle, I've had to fight other people's opinion, because you think when somebody's in prison that they're guilty. And I stopped talking about my brother being innocent a long time ago, because I would get that look like, oh, sure, he's innocent, he's your brother, and I'm sure you think so, but he's in prison, he must be guilty. I used to think the same thing. I no longer think that, of course. But, so that's my opinion.
Okay. Sir?
Yeah, this question is for Ms. Waters. There's a point in the movie where...
Yeah,
we'll restate the question. Go.
Where you ask, you point out in somewhere your brother would have been executed. And of course, this is something that cannot be resolved if he was executed. And you know, and this is something that, you know, execution is unresolvable. And you continue to fight. And after, you know, all this long time, 18 years and whatever, how do you have the, how do you say, the stamina to still stand up? And because, you know, after a while you want to take, you know, a breather and whatever. And
so it sounds like the question is basically just where do you find the strength and willpower to do what you did?
Yeah, because you're fighting such an incredible battle, and like I said,
I'll tell you how, because there have been now 258 exonerees that I know of, and I've probably met 200 of them. I've been to many Innocence Project yearly conferences, and I've met so many, and I've been in the room with them and spoken with them, and you have never seen more integrity, more compassion, more love in your life. And when I look at them and say, if I can make a difference, if I can help one more person like my brother or like Dennis.
We're not talking about Russia or China. Like I said.
No, that's true. We're going to go on. No, absolutely. And actually, one thing I just want to make sure we get a chance to say, because I know you're very involved with the Innocence Project. We have a lot of Innocence Project folks who are here today. Is there, for people who would like to, who are inspired by this film to support, to get more involved with that, is there an ideal way to go about doing that?
InnocenceProject.org.
Okay, easy enough. All right, we have a question up in the back, and then we're going to come over. Yes, sir.
My question is for Betty Ann, but I'll just make a comment to Sam first. Sam, barring Stanley Tucci, you are my favorite character actor. In Moon as well as Everybody's Fine, and you really touched my heart in this. You are sterling. I hope I can get an autograph from you after.
It's always the setup.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
As for Betty Ann, madam, I truly salute you that in this selfish age that we live in, you had such lasting love for your brother. I was very curious to know about the actual series of incidents following Kenny's release. Would you shed some light on that?
I'll shed some light on that. Kenny had 6 months of the most incredible life that he ever had. He was so happy. He did so many things. We were on all 3 morning shows, Oprah. He was so happy to meet people in his family that were born that he had never met before. He was the happiest person alive. But Kenny is a very, he had bad luck, a lot of bad luck in his life. And from there, I let Tony take it.
We just 6 months. Is this on? Yes. Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got it. 6 months after, I think I turned it on. How's that? No? That's right. Okay. Sorry. 6 months after Kenny's release, he suffered a sort of freak accident and fell off of a wall that he was taking a shortcut through his neighborhood, and fell onto his head and sustained fatal injuries. And he died 6 months after his release, which was a great tragedy. But I think that everybody who knew Kenny and loved him knew that Kenny died a free man, most importantly, and also with the knowledge that he had something in his life that very few of us experience in our long lives, and that is the knowledge of being so deeply loved and known and seen by not only Betty Ann, but Jackie and his other siblings and he was a man who was deeply loved, and I think he really knew that. And that's also, I think, what sustained him through those years, right?
And he would have loved this movie. If he was here right now, he would be king of the stage. He would be so happy. He would have loved Sam to death. And it's just, it would have been fabulous for Kenny.
We're going to go way in the back, and I promise we're coming back. So, sorry, really loud, please.
Think upon I had the relationship with your two sons. I was wondering what type of relationship your sons had with you, if they regret you being away from them, or a strong relationship.
Her sons are amazing. I met her sons, and they're phenomenal. She did such an amazing job with her kids.
Tony's not my kids, too. Don't forget.
Yeah, we'll dive in there. Richard and Ben have the greatest mother anybody could wish for, and I think they would be the first to say that. Here's the thing. You know, families take on a shape based on the circumstances that life inflicts on them. And there's only one ingredient you need to raise children, and it was in copious supply in her household, and that's love. And yeah, it was hard. It was hard. Betty Ann was always in school, was working all the time, but a lot of people face that in raising children. And I'm surprised they're not here tonight, because Richard and Ben are very much in Betty Ann's life, and they're amazing guys. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
My condolences to you, Betty Ann, and my encouragement in your good works. My name is Fernando Bermudez,
Oh, hi.
and I spent over 18 years in New York State maximum security prisons for a crime I didn't commit until exonerated nearly a year ago. And I'm still
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I thank the New England Innocence Project for inviting me and my wife, who fed me the ingredient that kept me going, which is hope and love. And today, I engage in public speaking to promote awareness, to help create reform. I work with legislators in New York State to help change the circumstances of the innocent. I was exonerated on non-DNA evidence.
Which is really amazing.
Yes, it was an uphill battle, but we saw it through, and Barry Scheck filed an amicus brief on my behalf.
Wow.
I connect with them, and my question to you is, if you need any public speakers to help promote awareness, I'm here for you. You just
Got your
contact
number
me.
right here, Fernando.
And Barry will send you his regards Wednesday. My best.
Thank you. I know we had another question right up in that same area. Is that still okay? We're gonna come to this lady first, and then.
I have a question. I know did your brother make sense of this? I'm sure he had to ask why.
The question is, did your brother make sense of this? You sure he had to ask why?
You know, he didn't have time to ask why. He wanted to just live his life. Like, he, of course, throughout 18 years being in prison, he asked why. He couldn't stand it. He was suicidal. And that's all true. But once he was released, he just wanted to live his life. You know, he knew what happened. Why? I don't know. How do you answer it? How could you answer it now? You saw the movie. I don't know. Why do people do the things they do? I don't know if there's really a good answer for that.
I think we have time for 3 more, and so we're going to go. Sure. Yes, please, and then we'll come around.
Hi, Sam. I'm Dennis Mayer. I did 19
How you doing?
years.
How's it going?
Betty, you rock. Sam, how hard was it to go to portray an innocent person in prison? I lived it. And you portrayed it good.
Thanks, man.
You
Thanks
felt-
a lot.
You did.
That means a lot coming from you.